Hello again YouTube, and we are back with the next deck profile, which of course is my Frog Cannon deck, patent pending. This is the first deck that I really made properly when I was younger. I mean, this is pretty much the same build as it was back then, a couple of new cards. But back then, you know, back in the day when I first started playing, this deck was like really insanely hard to get past. Now it's just way too slow. I plan on building Frogfish Synchro again. I had it on the 5Ds game on the Xbox I used to use. But then obviously they banned Fishball Blaster. But with that new Fishball level 3 tuner that's coming out, I'm going to rebuild that because I've got the cards for it still. Except for I need some Oyster Moisters. But anyway, let's go on to this deck. We'll start here with 3 Swap Frogs, the key card of a frog deck. To be honest, you can special summon in by discarding a water monster, and then when it's summoned, normal or special, you can send 1 water monster from your deck to the graveyard. Or is it just 1 level 2 or lower water monster? I do believe, isn't it? You can send 1 level 2 or lower aqua monster. There we go. Pretty much all the frogs, or Ronin Toadin, or you know, whatever. It gets your engine started. Next we have 3 Flip Flop Frogs, the troll of the deck. When it flips face up, that's when it's attacked, or when you flip summon it or whatever. Return as many monsters your opponent controls up to the number of frogs you control, which is normally quite a few. Also, once per turn you can flip them face down again, so you can just reset it, which is always great, and then they know it's there. 3 Dupe Frogs, this one can cause a lock. If you have 2 Dupe Frogs out, your opponent can't attack any cards you control, because you can't attack anything but this card, it says, so have 2 of them out, they can't attack anything. Also, when it's sent to the graveyard, or is it when it's destroyed? When this card is, no, just send it from the field to the graveyard. Search your deck for a frog, add it to your hand. Pretty useful. 2000 defense as well, it's quite nice. Triple Submarine Frog. This card can get powered up like a boss with things like Aquajet and Wetlands. It's got piercing. It's 1-2 to start with, but with the field spell it's 2-4, which is nice for a level 2 monster, really, isn't it? 2-4 with piercing. It's quite annoying for some people. 2 Unifrogs. This card can attack directly, and if it inflicts bad damage to your opponent while you control another frog, you can pop one of their back row. Incredibly useful, but it only has 400 attack, unfortunately, so it's easy to get past. But it's 1-6 with a field spell. 1 Ronin Totem. Because of Swap Frog, I can send this to the graveyard. I really don't need to bring it back. I mean, if it gets banished, I suppose that's quite annoying, but I never really thought about it. Double Junk Synchron for synchro capabilities. Everything in this deck is pretty much level 2. This can bring back anything. So useful, you know. Synchro capabilities and stuff, you know, because Junk Warrior is insane in this deck. You get your Submarine Frog on 2-4, summon Junk Synchron, special summon some crap, synchro with it. Junk Warrior then gains the 2-4 of your thing, of your Submarine Frog. Dumping Soldier for more returning monsters to your opponent's hand. This is level 2 aqua monster as well, gets powered up by Wetlands. 1 Snowman Eater. Snowman Eater, he's an aqua, I guess. I didn't really... There's no specific reason why he needs to be in this deck, he just is. And here, the tech card of the deck, the Cannon Soldier. This is what causes my my loops. This is how I win my games. I'm going to describe this for some people, because a lot of people don't know. So I set up my graveyard with Swap Frog. And I can do this through the entire game while stalling with returning stuff to the hand. Eventually, obviously Ronin Totem will already be in the graveyard, I will start special summoning Ronin Totem by banishing my frogs. So 1 by 1 I'll banish a frog, special summon Ronin Totem, and then tribute it for Cannon Soldier. It's 500. Banish another one, he comes back, tribute it, another 100. And 500, sorry. I just keep going through all my frogs until I'm done. Now there's a couple more cards which you can add to this combo, which you will see later in the deck. But now you know the basic combo. Double Wetlands, pretty much actually my backup engine, to be honest. My Cannon Soldier is my main thing, but you know, if I get Wetlands off, why the hell not? 1 Aquajet, I used to run more, but a couple of new cards replaced them. It's nice just to give a boost to your Submarine Frog. Double Salvage, this is so useful. I used to run 3 Aquajets, and this is so much better. It's actually a level 3 or lower water monster in defense, pretty much. Well, fish, used to have an aqua, but you know what I mean. You can just bring your frogs back, and hey presto, let's bring back Swap Frog, that'll be helpful. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and MST. And yes, I run 1 MST, I used to not run any. Don't ask, I have no idea, I've lost so many games. Well, I haven't really, but I lost a couple of games, and I realised, what is it making me lose? Oh, the back row. I don't run MST. I forgot, to be honest. 1 Burial for Missing Dimension, bring back the stuff I've banished with Ronin Totem. Always quite a useful thing to do. And then when they're in the graveyard again, that's 3 more frogs to banish, that's another 1,500 damage. So traps, 1 Froggy Force Field, because I own so many decks I don't have enough space for Mirror Force in all of them, so I've got Froggy Force Field near instead. I used to run 2, but I lost 1 somewhere, I don't know where. Solemn Judgment, why not? Torrential Tributes, 2 of them, good cards. This deck, I mean it does swarm the field, but you know. 3 Eggs to Dragon Ocean Lord, you can protect your cards. I could Torrential and then activate this and my monsters would live, that'd be quite funny. That pretty much all level 3 or lower Aquafish and Sea Serpents aren't destroyed by battle or card effect for the rest of the turn. 1 Pulse. Pulse is a good card, it's always come in handy. 1 Threatening Roar to prevent some attacks. and 1 returned from a different dimension. Now this card is what really helps me win. Say I have 4 frogs in my graveyard, I banish 4 of them, 2000 damage of Ronin Totem. Return from this dimension, bring 4 back. Tribute all 4 of them for Cannon Soldier, that's another 2000. Then all 4 in the graveyard again, banish all 4 of them again for Ronin Totem, that's another 2000, that's 6000 damage from 4 frogs. If I have 5 frogs, that's game. It's 2-5 for Ronin Totem. Bring them, no I can't bring them up yet, bring 4 of them back, another 2000, so they've taken 4-5. Banish 4 again, 6-5. And then he can tribute himself for 7,000. I miscounted that. It's 6 frogs for game, not 5. I apologise. But still, that's the main idea of the deck. You know, it runs extra deck cards like Gachi or whatever, rank 2s. Gachi and some Synchros, level 5 Synchros, you know, Catasta, Junk Warrior. But yeah, there we go. Cannon Soldier, deck profile. Whoever thought Cannon Soldier would be useful? A lot of people say, why don't I run Cannon Soldier Mark 2 and then use 2 Ronin Totems? But it's so much slower. I mean, it does do 1,500, and I would only need a couple of cards to do it, but it is a lot more of a pain in the ass, to be honest. But there we go. Frogs.